My experience at the Creative LIAisons has been amazing. It's been a once in a lifetime opportunity for, I think, both of us. Seeing that we're the first Kenyans to ever come to this session, and for the last 5 days, we've learned so much that we could never have learned probably in 5 years. We've learned about creativity, about being better leaders, about being better creatives. Like, there's so much we've learned in those 5 days that has enriched us much, much more than we could have ever been enriched.
Yes. So the experience for the whole of liaison, I'll add on to what Brian has said. It's been an awesome experience. Like, I never thought or dreamt such a thing could happen. So from back home winning the competition to now the program, it's like a totally different experience. I didn't expect. For the attendees as well, I've learned a lot from them, from the judges, the whole system, like from the whole program, for the whole the 5 days or 5 days, yeah. Sorry. It's been like day after day of impactful talks, the workshops, like everything.
So for me, my greatest session as a copywriter was the first two sessions we had on the first day, where we spoke about sound and audio. So it's one thing that I realized in back home we don't really do much, and I even told Ralph yesterday when we were having our party that we don't really do audio identities or audio creations for our brands. We just go to a typical Shutterstock kind of place, and you pick the nearest sound you can get or the nearest music you can get and just throw it in there, which doesn't give your brand that distinction or that differentiation when it's either a radio ad or a TVC or a film. It doesn't just give you any differentiation at all. So for me, going back, I think that's one of those things I really intend to pursue, and see that starting with our brand, you can have like a unique sound identity that we can use for our radio, that we can use as our sound logo, that you can use for our films, and just have that conversation starting from there and see whether it can be spread out to the industry as well back home.
Yeah, the best thing about the liaison program was the behind the scene, getting to be part of to watch the jurors judge, because seeing like from where I was just looking at the ads, the awards which normally win, so getting like how they get to critique it, the small details, having like 10 of the best craft people within a room, giving their thoughts, the back and forth, why they agree, why they didn't. It's like breaking down everything, and like that was an awesome experience.
Okay, so when we won a competition for us to come to LIA back in Kenya, out of I think 200 applicants, it was whittled down to 25 teams, and we have managed to win the competition, myself and Stephen. And I remember when you were doing this hackathon for those 2 days, there's one thing I kept telling Stephen as you're going on. I told him, if we focus on the prize, we may lose it all, because we'll be focusing on that flight to Vegas. So I told him, let's focus on the process. Let's focus on what makes good creative work. So I think that's what actually helped us, because we focused on that creative work, that the brief that we had in front of us. We spoke to the mentors and the judges who are judging us, and the guidance they gave us is what took us to Vegas. So for anyone who's coming after us next year, just get the brief and focus on the brief. Whatever gift you get after that is just a bonus. So us being in Vegas, of course, is not a bonus right now. But for that particular opportunity and that particular moment, just focus on the brief and all will be well.
Yeah, so my advice to guys who will be joining, or for the people looking forward to joining this program as well, from the competition that we won, I would say from like it was a mind-opening competition. There was some sleepless night as well, like for the 2 days. It was a teamwork as well. So it actually showed that if you come together, like find a person you can like level with, balance your talents. Like Brian is really good with words, and I can say that like visually and presenting it, I helped out a bit. So like finding that proper connection, and even if it's a bigger group, just try to strive more, find more people you can collaborate with, and from there you can do great work.